Hi guys, so yes, I'm in my pajamas and that's fine. I'm just really tired and I've been sick and it's cold and it was a long day today, so as soon as I got home I just hopped into the shower and showered and now I am ready to relax. Well, not really, I'm gonna prepare the exercises for tomorrow for the internship. I just really wanted to kind of talk to you about teaching, about the internship, because I got a few questions regarding it and a few people okay, I'm really tired, and a few people were really curious about it and asked me if I could do a little bit of some updates just to tell you guys how it's going. First of all, for those of you who don't know, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I made a video explaining it, so if you want to get into, if you want to know the details, just watch the video. I'm not going to repeat myself over again. Just know that I'm basically studying linguistics, and in that master degree I'm required to do an internship in teaching French as a foreign language. I'm doing it at the Red Cross with young migrants from 15 years old to 18 years old. Teaching on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday morning, and it is amazing. It is just the most incredible experience I've ever had. It's just so intense. Basically, if I could describe it in one word, it would be intense, both in the bad and the good, the joy and the pain, the fulfillment and the exhaustion. Fuck, being really tired. When I was younger, I always knew I wanted to teach. I thought I wanted to be a psychologist or a teacher. I think I never really wanted to be a psychologist. That was just my way of dealing with personal issues. My real passion is to teach, and I really enjoy teaching. But before doing the internship, I had no clue whether that would be true or not, whether the practice would be just like the theory, whether actually teaching would please me as much as I imagined it. I went into this internship with a lot of anxiety and a lot of fears and a lot of self-doubt. When I first saw the master and I was reading through everything we had to do, the classes and everything, and when I saw that there was an internship, I almost did not apply for this master because I just felt really scared, and I felt like that was not something I could do because of my personality, but also because of my anxiety. But something deep inside kind of forced me to do it, and the anxiety was the one that was saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and the me, real me, was dying to do it. The first few days, obviously, that was a bit like, ooh, it feels weird to speak so loud in front of so many people, and why are they looking at me like that, and why are they calling me madame? And when they were chatting and when they were not really listening, I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do? But then, like, super quickly, I just got used to it. I got used to giving them exercises, having tests, making the class interactive and just sort of entertaining and interesting, hopefully, researching different themes and subjects for the classes, researching different type of exercises and evaluation, learning how to see if one student is feeling okay today, not really okay, knowing what their good points are and their bad points or their weak points are. Just also knowing when you should be a little bit more, I guess, a little bit stricter, and when you should just get a little bit loose. I feel like I'm not really entitled to talk about that because it's just like I'm still studying. It's my first experience of teaching, so I'm not a professional, but at the same time I feel like it's such a wonderful thing. My life now really revolves around the internship. It really revolves around teaching. Not really teaching, but those kids. I think the one thing that sometimes makes me feel really uncertain and really certain, it's a bit paradoxical, but that I'm going to be a good teacher, is how humans and persons and personalities and just the relationships are the one thing that matter the most to me. And probably that's also because of the situation. Those kids are very young, they have no family and friends, they have been through very difficult stuff. They are sort of very eager to create relationships with you that are a bit more than just teacher-student relationships. And some teachers there aren't that many teachers, but are not really happy with that. They don't want to indulge in that, they don't want to do that. maybe they're right. I don't know really, but for me, I don't feel like putting those walls between them and me. I don't feel like putting this distance between them and me. Obviously, there's going to be a distance because of age and experiences and language, and just also the fact that yes, I'm the teacher and they're the students. But beyond that, I just feel like I'm gonna meet people, I'm gonna teach them things, and I'm just sharing things with them. The reason why I love this internship so much is not really because of teaching, I guess. It's not because I'm like super happy to share French language. I thought this would be why I'd be really happy to teach. It's not. It's because I love seeing them. I love hearing them. I love seeing them improve, progress, evolve. I like when they ask for more exercises. I like when they ask me if I'm gonna come tomorrow. I like to see them laugh and feel like someone is waiting for them. I just like providing them, I guess, with some sort of, yeah, human warmth, and just I receive a lot. It is really exhausting at times, I'm not gonna lie. But once again, my situation is very particular. Like, they chat, they talk a lot, they don't always respect what you say. They respect you, but they don't respect what you say. They don't obey to you, they don't want to do their work. Sometimes they're tired, sometimes they're sad, sometimes, they fight. So yes, it is exhausting, but at the end of the day, I always miss them when I'm not around them. And I think of them and I think, oh, they would like that. Oh, he said something that that resembles what I just heard, or that song would make them laugh, or whatever, those simple things. And I'm like, am I really supposed to feel that way? Because to be completely honest with you, it's taking so much of my time and my energy that sometimes I wonder if I'm doing it right. That is the professional part of my life, that's my job. I mean, that's part of my studies and part of my job, and that's going to be my job in the future, hopefully. That should be different from my personal life. There should be this sort of, I should just be able to switch off this part of my brain, I guess, when I'm back home, but I'm not doing it. And I'm pretty sure most people do it, and probably because of experience, but also because of personalities, really. I think it's something that's really just the way I am deep inside. Sometimes I feel like it's eating me from the inside. I can get really, 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 really sad when they leave. I can get really, really, really sad if I heard that they fought, or that something bad happened, or if, I don't know, for whatever reason, I can get really, really sad and think about it the whole week. I'm wondering, is that a normal thing? Is that how it should really be? So yeah, I think for me that's like, it's honestly gonna be probably the most meaningful time of my life. The fact that you can create those relationships, I don't know, it feels just amazing to see. I don't know, the way they call you when they want you to check if if their work is well done, or the way they call you when they feel a bit whatever. I'm not sure that's about me. It's just more to know that they feel safe enough and that they trust you enough to do that. It makes me happy for them. It makes me happy for the relationship that we have. Teaching is such an underrated job. It's not rewarded enough. It's not something people value enough. But teaching is just amazing, and teachers can change someone's life. And I'm experiencing it and thinking that maybe I helped those kids at a point in their life, or that at least I offered them some sort of just benevolent friendship, teaching, whatever relationship. It just makes me really happy. It just makes me more and more convinced of what I'm doing. I'm doing those videos because I think it's easy to share and exchange with people, because I am convinced that people are good and that we can learn from each other, and that people just want to be happy and protect each other, and that if given the chance, people can just be amazing. And I'm convinced that if you help people and if you give yourself to people and if you give your time and your energy to people, yes, it might be tiring and exhausting, and yes, it might be sometimes difficult to deal with, but it makes you richer. You know, you're not losing anything by just giving your life to others. When I was 14 years old, I suddenly sort of felt the presence of God in my life, and I just had at that moment the idea or the conviction that I was meant to be a tool, and that I was meant to help and be useful, and that I was meant to dedicate my life to others. And it doesn't mean that you have to give all of your life to others. It doesn't mean you have to leave your country and go to a war zone to do whatever. There are so many different ways of dedicating your life to others. But that's like the most beautiful, the most meaningful thing you could do, and that's the one way I think we feel the most alive. My life has never felt more meaningful than it feels right now. So I would strongly encourage you to, in whichever way it is that you want to do or that feels good for you, to help others and just open up to others and just share the light, because that's honestly a mind-blowing experience. So I hope this was an interesting video. It was just random and all over the place, but I really hope that helped, or that was interesting, or that sparked something in you. Feel free to share any thoughts or experiences that could relate to this. I hope you guys are doing amazingly well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.